Jonathan Chandler coming to you from the Virginia School of Traditional Arts. Got another fly press video for you today. We're going to take off the grease and oil this one up and see what it's looking like. Can't quite read the name of this thing. It says Birmingham, I'm pretty sure, on it, but I can't quite read the name, so we're going to sand it a little bit and see if I can get the letters to show a little bit better. They're not quite readable at the moment. But this is the way they look. If you haven't seen my other video about me ordering these from England, need to check that out. Shipping was craziness on these, so anyhow, they seem to be in good shape. We're going to clean off the person that shipped this to me, put all this grease on it so that the salt air and salt water doesn't rust your mechanisms here. And so we got the first step to getting one of these is getting all the grease off of it. So we're going to do that today. And what I use is just newspaper. And as you're getting rid of your paper that has grease on it or your rags, don't want to just throw that in your trash can. The greasy rags, oily rags can spontaneous combust and set a fire, so you want to do something with those that's going to be contained. I put them in my wood stove and just use them to light the fire with. Alright, we're going to spray her down with some carburetor cleaner. I usually use brake parts cleaner, but I'm out of that, but this stuff will work. Get this while they wear on, this is cheap stuff. And what that's going to do is strip all the oil, all the grease off of it. Then we'll put the arm and stuff on it. Whenever you're going to use spray anything, get you some glasses. This is mean stuff for your eyeballs. Pretty hard on your hands too, and you probably should wear gloves, but I do not. I don't like gloves. And we'll put oil back on this so that it's not going to rust here, but we're going to take the grease off. There's no need for that. Anytime you have dust in your shop or whatever, that just sticks to it pretty hard. And so we're going to get rid of the grease. But we will add oil back to it. Alright, I'm going to get the handle employed. This one is a robustly built handle. It's heavier. I've got two Nortons here behind it. And this handle here is heavier made than the Nortons for sure. And it's spinning good. We're going to wipe the handle off a little bit with some spray. Because they got a little grease on them as they were getting shipped. They had these things very well shipped in a container, like a cage thing, a crate, I guess. But they did get greasy from just being around the other parts. I gotta remember to duck on these things. I'm not used to having one of these. I'm going to spin this thing up till it touches the bottom of the handle. That gives me as much of the screw exposed as I can get. There we go. Ooh, I need it a little tight. That lets it go down as far as it'll go. I'm going to spray myself in the face with this. We'll get that. Rest of this cleaned up. The back side. These are your adjustments to make this thing be tight. This should be tight in here, which it is, and it should go up and down fairly easily without you rubbing on, pulling on it too much. So we'll see what it looks like without the balls. The balls make it turn down easier, and usually it'll go down by itself. We don't have any oil on this right now, so that could be part of it. Alright, all I've got in this is just some motor oil. We're just going to use it for our lubricant. That's what I got, so that's what we're going to use. We'll put some around here. Put some underneath that in just a moment. Squirt some on this side. Along with the back. And then we'll shutter. That helps. That helped a lot. The oil helps a lot. Squirt a little bit on the inside here. And since we've taken all this, stripped all the oil off, I'm going to put some oil back on this upper portion here so it doesn't rust or lock on there anyway. And I will spin this up too and put some oil down in it. So it's good lubricated. We just don't want it to rust on here. There's no need to get it rusty after all this effort to keep it not rusty. And then we're just going to wipe off the extra oil here. That's heavy. And then I have balls for this one. And I don't know if this is kind of the smallest one I have. I've got two sets of balls. I've got some big red balls and some little blue balls. Yeah, that sounds funny. Alright, I didn't ship these to, somebody else shipped these, so they have chosen the balls, and I don't know that I have them right yet. I may have to keep messing with them to see what they look like. See, this one's all the way down. It's bigger than this one. I don't know if that's just because I got it on the wrong end or it's a different machine. I don't know. Anyhow, but this is the way it looks when it's spinning. Get it going. And it'll spin all the way down. There we go. And it works perfectly. Works perfectly. What I'm going to do finally is I'm going to spray down this with some WD. This is Walmart WD. Lubricant they call it. But I'm going to spray that on all the pieces that I've cleaned. And that'll keep it from rusting, we hope. It doesn't need to have grease really on it, but just a little light oil on it. And so we'll spray that on the fronts of these things. That's my plan. I'll put a little bit on that part and up in here. I think the rest of it's okay. And I'm going to wipe off the excess so it's not drawing stuff. Wipe off the excess oil. Okay, we're going to put these on. I'm going to have two of these on eBay shortly to sell. This one and the blue one. And like I said, the balls, we may change which balls go with it, but it'll have two balls, two of the weighted balls. I'm just not sure if I've got them on the right machines and the right, which ones is correct. And I don't think it matters a whole lot, but I'd like it to go with whatever machine it initially had. But that's looking pretty good. And it's got a set screw here that you put an Allen wrench to, and that's what tightens up your tools inside here. And we'll check to make sure that this inside is clean. Sometimes they break tools off up in there, so I always try to check that. And we'll spray a little WD oil, type oil up in there, just to keep that from not rusting up in there. If I've sold it by the time the video is up, I'll mention that in the description that it's been sold. But these are interesting gizmos. I really have enjoyed looking at them. I'm an old tool nut, so I love these old things. And this one works very well. If you have trouble with it working, these are your adjustments, and you can make this thing looser or tighter depending on what you need. But I think it looks good. This, no broken pieces. The slots are all good. If you ever go to buy one of these, you want this depth stop. You want both of the balls, and you want the slots and the holes and the things that mount it down to be in good shape. That's what puts your tooling on this. Hope you've liked this video. If you have, please hit that like and subscribe button. Helps my channel. Look for these on eBay and Craigslist.